Hi, my name is Nurshira bint Rusli and my metric number is H218249. In the finance industry, entrepreneurship refers to the notion of creating and managing company enterprise in order to benefit by taking various risks. Simply described, entrepreneurship is the desire to establish a new company. Entrepreneurship has played a critical part in the global marketplace economic growth. Besides that, entrepreneurship is also defined as the skill and willingness to create, manage, and run a firm, including all of its risks, in order to profit. Entrepreneurship and efforts to develop the attitudes and talents required to begin a new undertaking using ideas and opportunities. Entrepreneurship is a phrase that is commonly used in business to refer to the development of businesses, new goods or inventions, as well as the attitudes and talents that an individual requires to start a new enterprise based on ideas and possibilities. These individuals are called entrepreneurs. Hi, my name is Nurshira bint Rusli.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Hanifah binti Muhammad Nazim. My metric number is H218242. I will present my part, which is entrepreneur background profile. Our entrepreneur name is Muhammad Aminullah bin Awang. He is 38 years old, a male and a Malay Muslim. He was born at Pasir Putih, Kelantan. His high education is degree in business administration at University Utara Malaysia. That is her business partner. He is named Muhammad Ari Isham bin Awan. He was 29 years old, a male and a Malay Muslim. He was born in Pasir Putih, Kelantan, and he is the youngest brother of Encik Aminullah. Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Hanifah binti That is how did he start the business. When Encik Aminullah was studying at UM, he used to do several businesses such as selling bus tickets and providing postal service for UM students. That is, during the semester break, Mr. Aminullah will return to the help father. He will help his father manage the work of construction among the construction that his father did, such as the construction of building house, the station, and so on. After Encik Aminullah finished his study, he followed his father's footsteps in the field of construction. He started from construction subcon, which is to manage project under any company. After which he decided to become a registered construction, he started taking a construction license. After he finished her degree, took a salary to make a finance design. He was PRN thank for one design. After that, he decided to stop making final design because he didn't make a much profit. So he tried new thing by working with his brother to make the hardware store a success. What are the factors which lead to the creation of the business? The factor that led Encik Aminullah to the creation of the business was her education background. He has a graduate with a degree in business administration at UM, so he decided to pursue his dream using all his knowledge in business. He then started opening a hardware store in Pasir Putih. The next factor that led Encik Aminullah to the creation of the business was the family background, which is his start business. Since he come from a strong family business background, he wanted to grow the business to a large level than his family. Coming from a family that always ran a business, he was able the business idea in the back of his mind. He got a lot of knowledge from his family on how to start a business and the help he needed to get from the government to run the business. So, last but not least, the factor that led him to the creation of the business was because of his interest in the field of business. Since he had an interest in the business, he combined the two and went on to set up his own business label.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Fatia binti Zamri and my matric number is H21A2675. Okay, for company background, the name of the company is Gelagat Hardware Sdn Bhd. It was founded by Encik Aminullah bin Awang, 35, and his brother Encik Airi Ifsham bin Awang, 29. They started business since 3 May 2019, and they are running a construction and hardware business, but the major focus are more on the hardware business. But our target customer were divided to a few types of people, which are house owner, people who love to shopping online, like in Shopee or Lazada. Next, the contractor or carpenter. Then the customer that from government agency. Lastly, the customer from private companies. Okay, they start this hardware business using the money that they get and collect from doing the construction business. After 3 years doing a construction business, they finally can open the Gelagat Hardware Sdn Bhd. The way they're running this hardware business was with the department to make sure that the operation went smoothly. The examples of department are human resources, accounting, marketing, and operation. At the starting of the company, there were only 7 employees, but after a year, when the company was stable, they're hiring a few employees for the basic position they should have in a company or in an organization like human resource, accounting, marketing, and operation. Today, the employees have increased from 7 to 21 employees, which is 3 times more than at first. There are many items and hardware that sold in the company. The example of the items that are sold in this company are hardware equipment, paint, construction tools, heating equipment, supplies, and more.
Hi everyone, my name is Lavanya.Shagar and my matric ID is H21A2123. Today, I will be continuing explaining the part which is the entrepreneur before starting the venture. Muhammad Amirullah bin Awang and Airi Ifsham bin Awang are brothers. They are also partners in Gelagat Hardware Sdn Bhd. Encik Amirullah is an educated man which he finished his degree in business administration at University Utara Malaysia. He has no actual working experience with any company, but he was an entrepreneur when he was doing his degree. Whereas J. Airi Ifsham is also a business graduate. He earned his engineering degree, but he did want to go to the tech sector because he believed it was in a high demand. He then decided to pursue a career in entrepreneurship. He also took 3-month course at University Technology Mara to get a business experience. He gained some commercial experience as a result of this. For instance, how to write a company plan and how to prepare a journal account. While interning at an oil and gas company, Encik Amirullah partner gained work experience. Second is role model. Tony Fernandes was Encik Amirullah's role model before he entered the business sector. Anthony Francis Fernandes, a Malaysian entrepreneur, he is the creator of Tune Air Sdn Bhd, which introduced Malaysians to Air Asia, the first no-frills cheap airline. J. Airi's favorite entrepreneur is Dato Sri Hajar Hasmiza Uthman, also known as Dato Fida. J. Airi admires her since she is a successful entrepreneur who never gave up on her business. Next is intention of being an entrepreneur. As we all know, Encik Amirullah and J. Airi got their start in business through their own family when they were young. Their educational path, on the other hand, has been outstanding and may lead to more success in the commercial sector. The second reason for their interest in the hardware sector is they wish to enhance it because they recognize flaws in the previous hardware industry. The inconsistency in price, which is not precise, is an example of an issue they observe. For example, employ the price system rather than bargaining prices. The discount is based on the price falling as the quantity of the item increases. The reason that making this change will make things easier for their customers. The last part is entrepreneur's parents' background. Encik Awang, their father, is the third child in his family and has 6 siblings. Their father was a retired soldier who started a tractor business and eventually owned 8 tractors. He shifted his attention to the rice trade. Encik Awang founded a paddy factor at that time, and his income was substantial due to the fact that Pasir Puteh, Kelantan had only 3 paddy factories at that time. The paddy industry was once in decline. He then changed careers to work in the construction industry because he wanted to be more active in the industry. Their mother is the only child in her family. Their mother is also a savvy entrepreneur. She is the owner of a grocery store. Next is intention of being an entrepreneur.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Siti Tiara Shazira binti Jahangir Alam and my matric number is H2182699. Next, the primary motivation of Encik Amrullah to start up is based on the result for having a background where he sees his family who has ventured into the business world, then it made him also want to get involved in it. He said the construction field unstable, then this problem made him have the motivation to establish his career by venturing into trading. Another motivation that he sees other people who are successful in business, then he inspired them to have the same successful as the successful person. But more important for him is he intends to further enhance the image that Bumi Putra can also success in this business. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Stating any goal why he set up the business is Mr. Amirul also said that when he wanted to start business, the goal needed to determine what he hoped to achieve in the future was that he had missed himself in order to achieve the goal as a pilot. That goal he needs a department and divide some in the department to further streamline the process like HR, accounting, marketing, cooperative and others. This is that available before startup, he had made some listen to make himself exactly a registered contractor. He started his business by building houses on his own land, starting and building project and entering government panel even though there were few reasons available at the time. Reasons available at the time were source of capital from the result of starting the project by building 4 houses, of which the total is 2 million, but he only got a little setup capital that is 800,000 on. Then the source in terms of education, he has a degree from UUM which is related to business, and he also has experience with a family background involved in the business world. The source in terms of emotion is he had a support from himself as his family was always opposed to his education. But Mr. Amrullah continued the challenge to start this business as he was very keen on this field, and now his family is beginning to give full support to him when they see his success. After that, any networking, like his personal skill, is that Mr. Amrullah has skill in construction because it has been honed and obtained from his brother, who is also has those skills. These skills are important in sales to help him knowing items are needed in the market and customer needs. He solved a problem related to irregular price, the issue of change in price, having seen to point the business in the same direction as Methodist company.
Controlling at early stage of business, serious or not. In the business world, there are many things that need to be controlled. For example, the stock of goods. Encik Amirullah and Encik Airil was running this business in October of 2019. They have 3 employees to handle the stock section of goods. This employer will ensure that the stock is available and in good quantity and good condition. The Glad Hardware control the business at early stage as it continue the business after the government has announced that the hardware store can be opened. The Glad Hardware business by Encik Amirullah and his brother was actually driven by his personal transformation and her enormous passion in the field of business. Now, with the result of controlling their company's business in early stage of Glad Hardware, also targeting Malaysia market. Risk orientation at early startup. One of risks that has been they face when they open hardware is they cannot open their business because of COVID-19. They start running this business in October of 2019, while COVID-19 comes to Malaysia in November 2019. At first, they can treat this business as normal, but when the government has announced to close all the business store, they talk of loss. They also have issued checks for 300,000, and the check is for supply to buy all the item in hardware. At the same time, they also need to tell to the supplier to stop supply the stock to the hardware because the government has announced to close all the business store. The operator of the company, Encik Amirullah, also said that time quarrel or issue regarding to the office were still down to the house due to unprofessional nature despite working with siblings. However, the founder of Glad Hardware, Encik Amirullah, is grateful because from there he learned how to overcome challenge, and with these challenges they face, can train every member of their business to be mature, professional, and trust. During MCO, the stock at the store almost 3,000, and at the same time it cannot pay to supplier because the store cannot open. Every business startup need to have business plan. To get a loan, also need to have a business plan. Before Encik Amirullah and Encik Airil start their business, they create a business plan at home. At early stage, Encik Amirullah and Encik Airil just draft in advance before starting the business. As a result, working as construction, he had a plan to set up or open hardware using that money. The hardware took opportunity by moving the plan with the best team in the company. One of their business plan is using a new method which is selling online. The online business going well as their plan. Most of their customers from others area will buy the item through Shopee, while customer at nearby area will going directly to the store.
And for the conclusion, what can you learn from this entrepreneur? He is and his partner, known as true brothers, always confident what they are doing. They don't easily give up, always try to open other business, which is Glad Hardware. Mr. Amirullah has a bachelor degree in business administration from University Utara Malaysia, and Mr. Airi has a degree petroleum engineering at University Technology Mara. Second, what are the key success factors of the business? The key factors of Glad Hardware Company is always try to find more profit, planning the new strategy to achieve the objective, where construction is more predictable and cash flow is more stable. The next key factors of Glad Hardware, it can be seen through the way they control their business. They always find out what's best for their customers, put the fixed price on the goods sold, and with this hardware business, they're easy to find the regular customer and not much risk. They used to inspire themselves with their role model, which is Tony Fernandez, owner of Air Asia, and Mark Zuckerberg, which is internet entrepreneur.